Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How are you all on this fine Tuesday? Good, I hope. Let's see, who's here? Da-da-da-da. Let's see. Oops. Turn down the volume. You know what? I forgot to put the reminder out today, so I wonder if people will remember. Hey, Lisa, you remembered. Yay! I forgot to put the reminder out today. Hi, Nancy. How are you today? Whoa, sorry. I keep hitting this thing and then it shakes. So I will try very hard to keep my hands to myself. So, let's see. What do we have to talk about today? All kinds of fun, please. So, I wanted to talk to you about the newest thing. I did finally figure out how to put it on my website, so you can purchase them now. I have Kiss Cut vinyl stickers. That is my artwork that I drew and painted, and then I had them made into vinyl stickers, so you can stick them on your insulated cups. You can stick them on your this is my swell cup. You can have them, you can stick them on your laptop or your car window, or I don't know, your hard hat, whatever you want to stick them on. I have a cousin who worked for the Ford Motor Company in the plant, and his whole forklift was covered in stickers. And he unfortunately just passed. It was horrible, from cancer. But I will tell you that his daughter was hired on by the Ford company, and now she is driving his forklift. So I thought about her. I thought, oh, I wonder if she would stick one of my stickers on her forklift. Anyway, they're $3. You can find them on my website under Ann's Artsy Loot. So that's that commercial. And then the other commercial is that I'm stitching away on my Michigan Stitch the States embroidery pattern. I am finding that with the silky thread, I am liking using a single thread, a single strand, I should say, for the detail-y stuff. And then I did double strand for the name of the state and the outline. I just like playing around and experimenting. Remember that these are available for purchase through Adorn It. The link is the first thing on my Facebook page. You'll see a picture of all of the different states, and that's not even all of them, that's just some of them. You'll see a picture of all of the embroidery patterns, and then underneath that in the blurb that I wrote is a link to purchase them. So without further ado, let's talk about what we're gonna do today. So today, I really wanted to talk to you about this cool technique that I've seen out and about, and it is, what's her name? Yana is the one who brought it to everyone's attention, and it's called No Blend Copic Coloring. So I did one last week, and I think I showed you guys this last week, and I think I've posted this on my Instagram. I did the Carmen poinsettia, art printable, with this technique. But today I thought I would show you with something else, just so you could just see a little bit different. So gather up your alcohol markers and an art printable. This art printable is printed on Hammer Mill, 100-pound color copy something. I don't know. Anyway, I have many colors of pink here. If you guys want to know the colors that I'm using, here they are. Give you a second to look at all those. I know we always want to know what everybody's color combo is, don't we? So I did a little chart down here for myself so I could kind of see what I was thinking, because this is from my Mama Wilktastic art printable, and it is apple blossoms. I made it for my friend Catherine Kelly, who lives in Arkansas, and the state flower for Arkansas is the apple blossom, and ironically the state flower for Michigan is the apple blossom. So there you go, double duty. So this is so cool, you guys. The hey Keels, and know that this is a technique that I think you could easily translate to water-based markers, but I just want to show you with Copics, and then if we have time, I'll show you with my Zigs. One thing that I would like to tell you is that Sandy Alnock has created hex charts for pretty much every coloring medium. It is well worth the $6 that she charges you to purchase her hex chart, and I'm telling you, you will. It makes matching colors and choosing colors so much easier. So there's my plug for sandyalnock.com. SANDYALLNOCK.com. So she has one for Prismacolor pencils. She has one for Zig markers. All kinds of things. So be sure to check her out. I'm waving at Heather and I'm waving at Keels. How are you both? Okay, so here's what Yana did. She took the lightest color and colored the entire petal. Like the entire petal. Right? So what I did was, to have consistency in color, I went ahead and colored all of the petals at the same time, just so then I had a base of, the base was the same. So I'm trying to not overlap as much. I might leave a little bit of white, and that's okay. I kind of like when a little bit of white peeks through on kind of anything that I'm painting or coloring. I just like the that little bit of contrast. So this is RV00. Right? So there's that. And then she comes in with the next color, and for me, let's see, that is RV02. So now I'm going to create a little bit like this. I'm trying to think what I could call that. Like an inner ring, I guess. So you're just going to leave a little bit of the center color, of the base color, right? And you're going to go around and do all the petals. How is everyone today? What are you working on? What are you doing? How's the weather? It is still hot as Hades here. It's cooling down a bit and the humidity is a little less, but I was telling someone that no, because I want the white space, Nancy, to just be kind of organically happen. You could, certainly. Well, I don't know if you could use, you know what? I have never used masking fluid with Copic markers. I have not. I've only used masking fluid with water-based, mostly with watercolors. So I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so let's make this one a little bit tighter. Is anyone coloring with Copic markers today? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, now I have two different colors. So, that's not the one I wanted. Okay, so RV, well, this is the one that I think I wanted and I didn't grab that one. We could try this one. Okay, so this is RV04. So we're gonna come around. So normally with a Copic marker, Copics are all about blending, and this was just like a new, fresh way to use your, use one of your mediums. I think that's brilliant. I think that it works best on things like on flowers that have a big petal, or things that kind of have a big, even if it's like a leaf or something with a big area. I think it works best that way. But that's not to say that you couldn't add, you couldn't do this technique with a much smaller space. I think you just have to be more deliberate in your marker strokes. Okay, so there's the base. Well, this one, I feel like I need to make this a bit smaller. So what I found was that because I'm kind of new to this technique, I found that I like to come back with that second color. Do you see what I'm doing? Like just, I'm kind of half on the main color and half on the exposed area, the blanker area, the lighter area, I should say. Just so I can get like a nice, layers of color, like separated layers of color. I described it like that Jello. Remember that Jello that separates back in the day, back in the 70s? And my friend Lynn remembered it was 1, 2, 3 Jello. So there, I'm kind of digging that better, I think. And then we can come in and we can certainly color the stamen yellow. So I just like to dot it in there. And then I come in, okay, that was Y06. Hey, Carolyn Kavanaugh. How are you, my friend? Now I'm going to come in with Y115. And remember, we're just going to, so I'm not blending it, I'm just adding a deeper shade. But because this is such a funny little area, we can't really do the stripe sort of thing with color. So I just kind of tap, tap, tap the deeper shade in there. And I do try to like just go on one side, but that little stain, the end of that stamen is so small, it's kind of hard to just do one side. Then I might come in with like a third Y17 there and just deepen it a little bit more so it just has some depth in there. All right. Yay! I love it. I hope you guys love it like I love it. I'm telling you, I felt like it was really just something new and fun to try, you know? So, like I said, I think that you could easily, I'll do one on of the Carmen ones because those are darker colors, so they might be easier for you to see. Let's see. Move those over there. So this, hi Yvonne, how are you, my darling? Guess what, you guys? Another cousin. Okay, so for these are the colors I'm using. And this is on my Instagram. I do have the colors. I'm holding all the colors in my hand in a picture on my Instagram, and I show a picture. So let's start with R20, which is my lightest pink. So we'll just let's do this one. And I just like to kind of follow the natural shape of the petal. I don't know why. Just because, I guess. So this too was printed on Hammermill, which is very Copic friendly. I think this shows up better because I started with a deeper shade, and maybe I should have done that with the cherry blossoms, but I wanted them to be, I wanted it to show up for you guys more. Okay. And now we're gonna do the next color. So normally they recommend doing like 3 colors. You could even do it with 2. This one I'm doing with 4 because I wanted the edge of the poinsettias to be really prominent. So this one I'm doing 4. So we did R20 and now I'm doing R22, coming around. And remember, we're going to just leave kind of a little sliver in the center of that lightest color. How's everyone? Is anyone coloring with me or just watching today? I just find this coloring method really quite striking. There we go. Now let's do R29. Oh, that's awful sweet, Keels. Talk to me about something. Give me something to talk about. I need a suggestion today. Well, I will tell you that I can hardly wait for Saturday's class. I know I'm getting so ahead of myself because we haven't even had Thursday's class yet. So for this class, today's class, we're doing the non-blending method, and on Thursday's class we're going to do art printables with a blendy method. So we can do that again with, I'll do it with Copics because people have asked for that. But then how am I doing on time? I think I'm good. I will try it with water-based product too, so that you can see that it's applicable for both. Okay, so I'm feeling like I should have gone in further with all of the colors, all of the layers of color. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make this pink. So ironically, that dinging is Georgiana, who's in charge of Adorn It, giving me ideas for the next dates that I need to draw for the embroidery patterns and images to add. So if there's a image that you think I should make sure a state embroidery pattern has on it, let me know. Send me a message. Oh, I bet you are, Keely. I bet you are loving baseball. I think that, it's just like everything. Everybody's having to get really creative and figure out a new way to do things. And just embrace it. Not try and fight that it's not the way that we used to do it, or, any of that malarkey. It just is, it's a new way, right? So I want to make sure that like just enough of those colors show through. All right. So now R39. Is it really, Keely? It is 109 here today, I believe. Okay, so now I said R39. So I'm going to do R39 just on the edge, because I just want that little bit of depth on the edge, right? I just love that. And I'm going to do down here, because that's the deepest, darkest. I'm having a hard time looking up and talking to you because I kind of need to watch what I'm doing. Copics are a little more, I feel like I need to be a little more precise with them versus watercolors. And let's make it dark right there. And here. I think we did that. Oh no, not here. I'm just gonna go skinny, so I'm using like the point of the marker there. $5 for $2.09. Seriously. Hey, Rainy. Well, there was something I was thinking about going to Michael's for. No, I don't remember what it was, but I did think, well, maybe I'll get brave and venture out. Keely, would you do me a favor and purchase one of the stickers so I know that the system works? Yesterday someone said that I forgot to put like shipping and like recognizing a shipping method. And so I just said free shipping within the United States. So I want to see if that works. So if you would do that, I would be ever so grateful. And I'll send you a surprise in the mail. Let's see. Oh, I know. I was going to show you. So now we have 2 examples of it with Copic markers, right? Of the not blending. So let's try it with, this whole table is full of and stuff. Let's try it with Zigs. And, okay, this is on watercolor paper. Let's see. So I'm thinking that, let's see. Didn't I use mid-green and I thought I used that olive green, deep green, just so I could show you the what's that? Light green, gray, green gray. Ugh, that sounds horrible, doesn't it? Doesn't sound pretty at all. All right. I just have all these zigs in a in a bag. They're in no particular order. Like they're not. At one point, I think they were divided by color, but alas, no, they are not. Okay, I'll give you a hint, Nancy, for Saturday's artist review. It's a woman artist, because I'm kind of, you know, all about girl power. And she's American, and she loves color. Like really, really, really loves color. So that's all I'm going to say. But I promise, you're going to have yourself a time. We always do, don't we? We always do. There's olive green. All right, let's see. So let's try some. I'm thinking the base of this idea, of this coloring style, could be used. Well, you guys, this is an experiment, so we'll see if it works, but I believe that it should. We should be able to do the same premise with a water-based marker, because it's not, because we're not blending. I mean, I guess we'll see. So I need to just find like the lightest green that I've got. Maybe I should have grabbed that green gray. Goodness sakes. All right, let's see. This is mid gray or mid green. Let's try that. Okay. So You will love it. I know. I'm a free-to lover. So Rennie, I am working on an idea. Okay, so now I'm just coloring in with my Zig mid green, right? So I'm doing the same thing, coloring. I'm starting out darker with these just because I don't want you to have just sit there and watch me dig around. Any benefit to what? No, you can do whatever you want. They're both the same. They both take just as much of a percentage of my moolah. Both credit cards or PayPal. Okay, so I have that color, and then let's see. What did I say that was? Mid-gray. Here's olive green. That looks like a deeper shade, doesn't it? Mid-green. Yeah. So let's try it with 2. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the olive green and do that same. Yes, shut up. Look how cute that is. Girls, so happy. So now let's try a poinsettia leaf. What's this? Deep red. I want to find something kind of pinky. Pinky Tuscadero. Pink haze. Peach pink. Pink flamingo. Sugar almond pink. Okay, so here's one color. And then I think this is just red. Can you see my swatches here? I like to just swatch it out. So I think I need a different, I think I like this red better. So I'm gonna set this aside. So many pinks, Keels, so many pinks. Let's see, light pink. Oh, that's kind of better, isn't it? I think I like that. Carmine. And then, okay. Oh, I know. What was Carmine's? Hey, Barbara. What was Carmine's last name? Carmine. Now I gotta think about that. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in with my light pink, and I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm just gonna paint the entire petal. And you know, these Zig markers, I don't know how many of you color with them, but they are the interesting thing about, these are Zigs, Barbara. These are a water base. We're trying the same technique, but with water base. The thing about Zigs is, so you could use any of the big rag. Oh, that's right. So the thing about Zig Clean Color Real Brush is that it's a brush. It's not a felt tip. So think about that. So you could try this with any of your water-based markers. So try it with Tombos or Distress Ink markers, or who knows, you know. Ragusa. I love it. All right, so now I'm coming in with Carmine Red. See why Carmine was on my mind. Pink Tuscadero and Carmine. I mean, these, I don't know that I would have used these colors per se, but you'll kind of get the idea, right? So we're doing that same thing where we're not blending, right? But we're kind of getting a cool, kind of a modern vibe. Kind of mid-century, I think. All right, there. I love my zigs too. You know what? I just need to, I'm so into watercolors lately. I just forget that I have all these other mediums. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, I love that. So this is deep red. So I want to really make sure that I get down here because that's the base. Remember, we want that to be dark. And then when two petals are above another petal, we want that to be deep. So come here and then here. Am I still on the screen? Yeah. Here, right here. All right, what do you think? I think I want to deepen this, like make that pink not as apparent, right? And here's the thing, we can do whatever we ding dang please. I just don't want that. I just want the pink to just be like a sliver of color. I like that better. Very mid-century, I think. Very mid-century. There we go. And now we can do the same thing with our bright yellow for our stamen. Oh, I have two bright yellows. Well, well, well. I think I have some in here. Something light. What's this? Mustard. I think that'll be pretty. Because that'll kind of really go with the mid-century kind of. So I might do this and then come in with my white Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed proof white and do some dots on here. Now I have to think about this background. Like I'm thinking, let's see if the P.H. Martin, it is right here. Yay. And remember that you can mix all these mediums. Do you? Oh, you like it to look more blended, Nancy. That's kind of interesting. So let's see. What do I have up here then? I'm sure I must have a pointy paintbrush that I can just use the end. So I'm just dipping it in my Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed proof white. I'm just dipping the end of my paintbrush in there. And then I like to just kind of tap it off in the cap so I'm not full force, you know. And sometimes I just do this. I just kind of circle around. So then I kind of get a pretty decent amount. And then I'm just going to barely touch. Remember we talked about, I think just making the dots and the splatter. We could certainly splatter with this, or we could just do this dots with the end of the paintbrush. I think that just adds a little, so it almost looks, I don't know, I guess it could look kind of snowy. Just kind of digging that. Stop it, that's so pretty. So, now we have to think about that background. What do you think? What do you think? We could do blues, that might be pretty. Like if we did a super icy blue, because that would kind of, let's see, what's this? Haze blue. That would just give us a little bit of an edge. Like a little bit of a shadow, but nothing too, you know, we don't want anything really stark. Don't they just add a punch? And I'm telling you, that's how I feel, Nancy, with black splatters too. I feel like it just, I believe that all good art needs a little bit of black and a little bit of white. And I think by adding those, you're just going to, your painting will just kind of take into the next level, you know? Okay, so I have these two. Let's try haze blue. That appears to be the lightest. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna come alongside the petals. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Hi, Tracy Knowles. Now, how do I get rid of that? Let's see if I can come in with a wet paintbrush. See what we learned? That, if we get that close to that red, well, reds are usually kind of a deadly color, you know, they're so strong. But because this is water-based, I'm wondering if I can come in with a wet, and then tapped off brush, if I can kind of lessen that pink. Fly. And then tap it off. Let's see. Well, I think I need to leave it alone. And then I'll come back and figure out a way to make it better. But I will heed my own warning now, and I will go just outside of the thing that I'm going next to. I won't tap. I'll try very hard to not get the tip of this brush into that red. And if I do, I will take a sec and I will wipe off the tip of my marker brush onto my paper towel so that I'm not transferring that color. See, I did it again right there. But I tapped it off and I think we're okay. I need to do right here. All right, so do we like that, or should we do the whole background in this blue? Voting starts now. I'm gonna take a drink and you guys decide if we do the whole background in haze blue or if we just leave this. We could. See, you guys are taking too long, so I'm just gonna have to make a decision. We could do this, right? Because this is watercolor paper, we can grab a paintbrush, wet it, tap it off, and then see if we can move that. Oh, look at that. Oh, Sarah, I'm so very sorry. It's just awful, isn't it? I was just talking to my parents. It's just awful to not be able to see people, isn't it? It's just, ugh, it's the worst. So I'm kind of liking this because it looks kind of like a wintry day. So I'm just coloring on some color. Then I'm coming back in with my wet paintbrush, tap, tap, tap on my paper towel, and then moving that blue. Whoops. There we go. I'm kind of digging that, you guys. I mean, that's the thing that I love about water-based things, is that I can still do that same, I can move the color with water. And I think that's why it's my favorite medium. You know, I'm kind of digging that because it looks a little bit kind of hazy purpley right there where it here. So I'm wondering if we came in with something a little bit purpley, if we could kind of create like our own background. Do you know what I mean? Like our own, I thought I saw something that was like, oh, here's my pile of pinks. Shadow mauve. So let's try that. So if we do this, right? And then we could try that same technique with the damp brush. Ugh! Look what I did! I got all excited. You could see the downfall of your friend Anne right here and now, right here on Facebook Live. Holy smokes. But then, if this happened to you, I would be like, we can save it. It's okay. So, you know what? I feel like I'm having better luck if I paint coming at it this way instead of, maybe we'll just make it like a kind of like a pink haze. What do you think of that? I am kind of honest to Pete. Crazy. All right. I'm kind of digging that. All right. So let's get this blue out. We're going to blend that out. Sarah, I'm so very sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. And it is so weird to not be able to travel for those kinds of things. It's just awful. So I wonder if I come in. I just really barely touch the edge. I get just a little bit of that pink. And a little bit. This is better if I'm taking the blue from here and pushing it out. That seems to be doing a nice job. Okay, this is we want to come in with the shadowy mauve. Wet, tap, tap, tap. You know what would be really cute on here, I think, also would be to like do some Wink of Stella or something to make it a little bit shimmery. Like that might make it look kind of cold and snowy. Oh, I did here. I did it again. Hey, so Keely and I both like to watch CBS Sunday Morning. Anybody else here like to watch CBS Sunday Morning? So, Keels, did you watch it on Sunday? They had a whole story about vanilla. It was fascinating. So, the only place that it is that vanilla is indigenous to is Mexico, because they have the only bumblebee that can, not bumblebee, but you know what I mean, the only bee that can pollinate it. 1 billion years ago, the French took some vanilla plants to, oh, shut up, I'm digging that now. Oh, there's nothing like a happy accident, is there? Nothing like it. Anyway, they took the vanilla plants to Madagascar, but Madagascar didn't have the special bee. So years and years and years later, like, these plants didn't produce anything, but a slave noticed that he could hand pollinate. And now Madagascar, all these years later, has some of the purest, they rival Mexico in their vanilla production. So it was just kind of fascinating. And that it takes so much work, it's so laborious for the people in Madagascar to pollinate. Like, it has to be like on one day at the right exact hour. It's kind of a crazy thing. So, the message in the story was that don't ever say just plain vanilla ever again. I thought that was cute. Well, I am done with that. And I think I told you about everything I needed to tell you about. Yeah, Mexican vanilla is so delicious. It just makes the artificial stuff taste like nothing. But you can buy pure vanilla, certainly. It's just way more expensive, which, you know, stands to reason. It made me want to eat something vanilla after watching that. So let's see. I know, I wish it would go away too. I wish it would go away too. Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I hope they revoked his license too. You know, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me how many, that it's not mandatory across all the states to not text and drive. I mean, what makes people think that they can read and drive at the same time? It's a crazy situation. That's for sure. You are in my thoughts and prayers, Sarah. That is for sure. That is for sure. So on Thursday's class, I want everybody to bring an art printable and things to blend, whether they're water-based or they're alcohol-based markers. We'll do the same kinds of things, only we'll blend more. I hope that you had fun, because I sure did. And I can hardly wait to to share the new artist on Saturday. She's amazing. She's amazing. It's just, I just love that we get to be so, we're taking this time that's crazy and challenging, and we're trying to have like these little moments in the week where we're filling it with some kind of positivity and fellowship. You know, we get to be with each other and support each other and lift each other up. I think it's a good thing. I just appreciate you all so very much, to the bottom of my toes to the tippy top of my head. I appreciate every time you show up and you engage and you get just as excited about art as me. For me, that's the jam. That's the jam. So I will bid you adieu, and I will see you on Thursday at 2 o'clock, and we will blend. Blendy blend blend. I'll talk to you then. Bye, girls.